From unknown origins they came. They live isolated beyond the city. The extent of their arcane power is unknown. We must be very cautious in dealing with them. Close observation must continue. Keeper Xavier, Treatise on Mages.
The Talisman of Earth is guarded by a foreign magus sect known as the Hand Brotherhood. They reside in a compound of huge towers where they practice their arts of earth, air, fire, and water. The talisman is likely kept in the Earth Tower, but there's little chance it'll be that simple. No doubt the talisman is heavily guarded and probably protected by magic. But mages love to write everything down. I should stumble on something useful about their precious trinket. I bribed some servants to get me a map of the common grounds, best I could do since only the mages are allowed in the towers. I'll enter the courtyard just outside the central keep entrance. Once inside, I'll need to move quickly to find the talisman. I wouldn't last long in a fight against the mages.
The Mage Towers. Find where the mages of the Hand Brotherhood have hidden the Earth Talisman. Steal the Earth Talisman from the Hand Brotherhood. The central library of the High Council contains a pair of dual reading glasses that belonged to some esteemed member of their order. You'll need to discover where the mages have tucked it away and snag it. Regalio, the captain of the guard, has been leading a crusade to retrieve the talismans. One of your contacts says that he's returned with a valuable amulet. Steal the medallion of St. Burrington from the captain. The mage's wealth is well rumoured. Caravans from their homelands to the east bring treasure. Steal 1,800 loot. A master thief should be proficient enough to avoid murder. Slaughtering guards and mages will soon alert the inner circle to your presence. Be discreet, avoid contact where possible, and don't kill anyone. Underneath the mage towers there is a hidden entrance to the sewers. Find it and escape alive. Welcome back, good viewer. This is the Skyrider, and here we find ourselves at the mage towers, which, as you can see, are very tower-like. This is the first of a set of 4 missions in the game, which somewhat make up the second act, really, of the game. Well, actually, from the very start of when Constantine contracts you to steal the eye.
Countless waters.
And then from that we find out you have to get the 4 talismans to unlock the cathedral in the sealed quarter. And this is the first of those 4 missions, the first of the 4 missions to steal the 4 Elemental Talismans, guarded by these chaps, the mages. They don't appear much in this game, as one would expect, because they're they're not the mages aren't like a big faction like the keepers or the hammers or the pagans, but they're interesting nonetheless. Sort of certainly Arabian sort of feel to them, I suppose. Uh-oh.
Huh?
Nothing, mate. Nothing. But
Don't see anything now.
they still employ your garden variety sorts of guards, so personally I'm for one very pleased to see these bastards. After all the zombies and spiders of the haunted cathedral. Okay, let's go and take this chap out.
Vision.
Ooh, 2 of them. Take out the mage, take out the guard, and get 2 keys for my trouble. Not, of course, that you actually ever need more than 1 key, but, you know, it adds to the pickpocketing statistics of the game. And create a nice little corpse pile here. Yes, this is one of 3 new missions in Thief Gold. Careful. full? No, nothing. Okay. Put out that there. Ooh, 2 more guards. Right, let's back off here. Monies! Monies is good. We'll just let David and Robert go past. Weird though it sounds, good viewer.
Over there!
Yes, over there. In completely the wrong direction. Another mage. That whistle there. How does it go? That sort of whistle. My favourite whistle in the game, or my favourite sort of thing that the guards do in the game. Just like the tune of it.
Why are the hand mages the only ones allowed in? Why won't they allow us into their towers?
We're here to keep a watch on the commons and to deal with mundane threats. The mages can protect themselves.
But what with all the secrecy? Even the servants ain't allowed there. These wizards trust anyone?
I found it best not to ask questions. The gold they give me answers all the questions I have.
Yes. The guards are here to protect the towers and to walk right the wrong way. Right the wrong way. Wrong the right way. Right, wrong, right, left. 275. Take you out. Ooh. No. Thought I saw something. Yes, these are the 4 elemental towers, which we will become all too familiar with later on.
Shakes.
Crap. Ooh, that was close.
I don't see why I should have
Grab the corpse.
down here in the cold and the dark and the damp.
Shh. Neither do I, mate. You should have a rest. Whew, that was close.
You have
Shira Flagon.
I shall do the same to you.
Yeah, these, oh god. Where is he?
Leave us while you can.
Fine, mate. Gotcha. Bloody hell. Literally did not see him until he was right on top of me. Let's just... Where can I dump all these bodies? Because the problem is, with these bits, is that, true, it's dark, but they also have a nasty habit of stumbling upon each other, as you just saw. Yes, but oh well, I think that's all the minions for this section, because, where did I put him? There we go. Fortunately, however, there's not really much light in these hedge mages. Hedge mages. That's the real 5th element, good viewer. Fire, earth, air, water, and hedge. Yeah. You know what? Let's make a massive corpse pile over here. Yeah, so this, these are the castle, or the fortress, or keep, whatever you want to, the complex grounds, shall we say. That's the main tower there, and that is one of 4 elemental towers, specifically the water tower. And we'll be becoming acquainted with all 4 of the elemental towers soon enough, but for the moment, we'll stick in this main keep. Now I have to say, good viewer, that the reason I like this mission, because it's one of the 3 missions that was added to the game, as I said, and the reason that these missions were added, or at least to my understanding, the reason these missions were added. In terms of shopping, good viewer, I just bought a hell of a lot of more water and moss arrows, really. Like some 16 water arrows, 8 moss arrows, I think, and a noisemaker arrow, just in case. Locked door. Yes, it's one of the missions that was added to the game because, guard over there. Leaning, always very useful. Ooh. You saw nothing, mate. Absolutely.
That's the last time I jump for rats.
Shh. Good. We can't go up any further, can we? No. Okay. Yes, one of the missions that was added to the game because of apparently because of complaints that the game wasn't really thiefy enough and was more running around killing monsters stuff. And I really like this mission, good viewer, because it's good, it's complicated without being frustrating. It's got a good number of objectives, it's got a lot of variety in it, as evidenced by the 4 elemental towers, and indeed the thousands of objectives that we have. But all in all, it's that nice level of challenging without being overwhelming. There's that whistle again. Okay, now how to do this. Gotta be careful not to be spotted by Albert over there. Okay, we'll wait for him to turn back. Got a lot of leaning. Means I can look without being spotted. Sure.
Shelters from the winds. What vision disturbs me?
Nothing at all. I even like the mages themselves.
'Twas a false vision.
In their sort of like character, so to speak. Because don't get me wrong, in terms of battling the mages, here's my advice on fighting the mages: don't, because they're really rather nasty, as one would expect from those who can control the 4 elements of nature. Okay, let's run. No, it isn't. Good, he didn't spot me. Okay. Probably. But why leave that sort of thing to chance, eh, mate? Down you go, okay. Let's move you out of the way before we're spotted. Yeah, I just like them, like the conversations they have, the way they're constantly referring to the elements, which I quite like. But then, as I've said before, good viewer, I just absolutely love the elements. They're like as a concept, as like an idea. Take you out, and that was close. That was also very close. A lot of close calls here, good viewer. Because in this mission there does tend to be a habit of, as you saw out in the courtyards, out in the hedge mazes, there we go again, hedge mazes, all of the guards, both the normal guards and the mages, or just all the sorts of enemy NPCs, have a tendency to all gather in one place, so they'll trip over each other's bodies if you're not careful. Okay, we'll take that guy out as well. Just have to be careful here. Go on, mate. Look at the wall. Very interesting wall over there. That's
These mages are not ones to be trifled with. Saw 'em use their magic on old Bradward. The mages caught 'em stealing lupins from the tables of the meeting hall. One of 'em summoned great hurtling balls from the sky, glowing rocks from the moon they was, and they mashed in his poor skull.
Any intruders better hope we get to him first before the hand mages do.
Theoretically. Shh.
Hey, what was that?
It was a thief putting out a torch, mate. No, I mean, meow, meow. It's me, Harold, the friendly castle cat. Meow. I think he bought it, good viewer. More the fool for him, because he's about to be knocked out. Stupid guards, falling for the old put out the torch and pretend to be the castle cat trick. Monies. 200 out of 1800. Yes, the elements. Love it, you know, just always loved the idea, the concept of it. Other way, mate. There we go.
Hello?
Hello. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like from fond memories of playing Golden Sun or that sort of thing. As I've said before, I absolutely love that game. But I just like it as an idea. You know, it works. It's got great potential for stories in terms of like conflict, cooperation. I just like it, you know. So I suppose that's the main reason why I like this mission so much. Of course, conversely, if something can make bad use of the elements, then I'm the first one to like just rage against it. Good God. Oh well, she was only a servant, not an actual mage, but still. Again, I always run into the bastards. Okay. Now, good viewer, what I'm trying to do is look for the library, because that should be our first port of call, really. Okay, let's have a look up these stairs. The ominous stairs of doom, as I like to call them, because whenever you enter them, there always seems to be some sort of ominous music playing. I do know where I am, but I also know that I don't want to be here. Let me climb a bit higher. No, that's also not where I want to be. That'll be something that we'll look at later. Okay, good view. We'll come back to this place later, because that's like the living quarters of the guards, and so forth. And what I want to do is find the library. Now, I'm pretty sure this leads out to another one of the access tunnels, which it does. Well, I say tunnels. Where's that chap facing? He's facing that way. Good.
What was that noise?
It's me, Harold, the friendly... Oh no, wait, I don't need to do that because he's been knocked out. Okay. Now, dumping around the corner. No need to bother wasting a light because water arrow to put out that light because I'll be long gone. Okay, yes, because this is rather a symmetrical level. Good viewer, there's four. Well, you know, there's the four towers in the four corners, and then there's the four hatches, as it were. Not hatches. What am I talking about? The four lines pointing in the four cardinal directions. Is that a torch? Yes, good. Not an electrical light.
So this is where the mages hide their dirty little secrets.
Okay. Ooh, good viewer, I've just remembered. Ooh, water arrow, always useful. That we picked up a papyrus scroll a second ago. Let's have a, this was back out there.
From the winds, feel the countless waters, see the vast earth, and burn eternal fires.
No, sorry, that's just the mages rambling on about the elements. I thought it was something plot related. Let's have a read of this scroll. So like we once were, are these who now inhabit this land. They are the chrysalis that shall become. We have adopted those few who have shown potential for enlightenment, from the notes of Archmage Garrett's prophecies. Yes, very sort of, these mages very much represent sort of the east to the city's west, so to speak. You know, that sort of, you know how it is. It's just like things are done, you know, when you look at things from like a philosophical standpoint, like compared to, like, for example, ancient China and ancient Greece being sort of two of the great starting points, as it were, for modern Eastern and Western civilizations. Not the only starting points, of course, but just, well, starting points for certain aspects, certain big aspects that we all know of Eastern and Western civilizations, basically not to demean any other sort of civilization that has come out from anywhere in the world, but anyway.
I shall build shelters from the winds, feel the countless waters, see the vast earth and burn eternal fires.
Okay, now, let's see if we can take out these two chaps. Yes, the mages are sort of like represent a very Eastern sort of way of thinking. Well, not thinking, but you know. Oh dear. Cheatery. Garrett wins again.
Until my return. Something is amiss.
Noise.
No, nothing's amiss, mate. Couldn't get the other chap, oh well. Okay, but at least we now know they'll go down that corridor there. Well, alcove thing, so let's dump it up here. And let's go and grab this papyrus scroll. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've done it again, haven't I? There we go. No, there's two. I've got... Wait. There we go. I do have two papyrus scrolls. Let's read what this one says. Notes from Council Session of the Inner Circle. Due to a disastrous experiment by Archmage Jabu Imlani, the water tower will be closed until further notice due to flooding. All future experiments using water elementals are forbidden by mutual consent of the Inner Circle until we can devise stronger wards. Our keep must remain unified and maintain tradition. Each tower holds the key of another to maintain the doctrine of trust. Since the key to the Tower of Water was lost controlling the accident, the fire mages have no symbol to guard. Therefore, the fire mages shall keep the key to the chamber in the central tower that holds our treasured possession. The key to the Tower of Earth shall remain in the Tower of Water, since the water mages are the only ones who can survive entering the flooded areas. Archmage Krios. Bingo, good viewer. Now that is interesting. So we have now discovered how that, well, that treasured possession, that surely must be the talisman. Okay, Jiminy Bob's down there. So, let's wait up here, wait for him to come round, and then we'll knock him out in the back of the face. So, the water tower flooded, eh? So, surely that should be one's first port of call. So we now know that the talisman is kept somewhere in the central tower. Oh crap, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. No, it's fine. I'm fine, honestly. Run around the corner. Down you go. I'll take that. We will need healing potions later on. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's check down these lower levels, shall we? Yeah, more books. I wonder what they say. Mage Verlin. Azaran's interest in necromancy has not diminished. Despite his banishment, his study of the black arts continues at his spire in Dayport. We fear that his experiments with the reanimation of rats and insects will lead to more disturbing deaths. He has even endeavoured to recruit others on a crusade to recover the Book of Ash. The Book of Ash must remain a thing of the past. Azaran's ambition has blinded him to this, and he has proven himself a threat to our existence. His expulsion has only made him more resilient. It is the decision of the Inner Circle that greater measures be taken to correct this matter. Archmage Carino. Well, we all know what necromancy does, good viewer, so I'd rather not look at that again. Ugh, zombies. Book the second. Mastery of water requires that you return to the ways of your beginning. For 9 moons you lived in water, and then you were born to a world of air and earth. You have forgotten your past, but we will teach you to remember. Put away mortal thoughts of breath and discover the ways of the sea. Do not walk the path with your limbs. Instead, allow your body to flow within it and become part of it. Until you have gained full mastery over water, return to the air, O Adept, and cherish its protective succor. In time you will feel the warm embrace of water, traversing the entire system without need of breath. The Book of Coral and Scale, 712. See, again, I like that, you know, this sort of, these teachings of this order, whether one wants to deem it a religious one or not, but, you know, it's like, that sort of thing, I really like that, you know, and just the concept of having the power over an element, I guess it's another interesting idea. I mean, you know, having the power to, say, breathe underwater, or to fly, or to see in the dark, or traverse through the earth, or, you know, just any of these sorts of great powers of the elements. Fascinating, really. 8 old men up in a tower, 8 old men, only one with power. Turn away from the hand with the sword, count 7 and find your reward. Interesting poem. Okay, now, this is the library, good viewer, so we know that the jewelled reading glasses must be in here somewhere. Are there any guards here? Anything over here? Another water arrow, excellent. Bookshelves, a shiny! Oh, yeah, there they are. What sorts of mages are they?
A false vision.
You can tell the difference between the 4 different sects of magi, because they will have different coloured clothes on. So the earth mages are dressed in brown, the fire mages in red, the water mages in blue, and the air mages in grey. Okay. You guys can go that way.
I shall walk the path till my return to the eternal fire. There, my
Gotcha. We are doing very well here, good viewer, knocking out all of these guards. Okay, I'm just going to check over the other side. I'm just going to finish checking off all of this room here, because I feel I've been going for quite a while. No, nothing there. Books. Books, books, books. Water arrows. Always useful. Okay, let's go down here. Anything interesting down here? Rope arrows. Rope arrows are good. They'll become useful later on. And another book. Let's have a read. So like we once were, are these who now inhabit this land. They are the chrysalis that shall become. We have adopted those few who have shown potential for enlightenment. From the notes of Archmage Garrett's prophecies. Very interesting. Very fresh material indeed, you know, because I haven't read that before. This Archmage Garrett sounds like a wise chap. Okay, good viewer. On that note, I know it doesn't seem like we've got a lot done, but as I said, there's quite a lot to do in this mission. So yes, I think on this note we will leave things here, because I think this mission's been going on, or this episode rather, has been going on for quite a while. So we will leave ourselves here. And next time we will go about our business. We'll try. I think we'll finish up any business we have in this main tower first, and then we'll head out to the Elemental Towers and see what they hold for us. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Skyrider. Farewell until we meet again.